Hi, I'm Doug Downer. I'm the franchise guy and the founder of Franchise Ready. I started working in the franchise space 40 years ago, and in 2011 I identified a need for us to create a brand that could provide franchise consulting services to the franchise sector. I've been a franchisee of 8 franchises, and I've also run 8 franchise systems as a franchisor. So with all of that experience, I thought it was an opportune time for us to take that experience and bring it into a franchise consulting business where we get businesses franchise ready. Franchise Ready is Australia's fastest growing, results-focused franchise consultancy firm. We've worked with some of the most famous franchise brands on the planet, and we've successfully launched over 130 brands into franchising. We've received numerous accolades, including the best franchise consulting firm in Australia and the best franchise consulting firm in the world. And although these awards are nice, the greatest reward comes from the success that we've had in helping our clients achieve success. Every year in Australia, there are between 80 and 90 new franchise brands that enter the market. And I'm proud to say that we assist over 50% of those new businesses launch into franchising. This year alone, we will launch over 45 brands. We love helping business owners grow their brands through franchising. We have a very clear methodology for assessing a business and determining the right way to go to market. We offer a complimentary discovery session and whiteboard session to determine if franchising is in fact the right way for them to grow their business, or what adjustment they may need to make to their business model in order to franchise their business. We have to believe that the business could and should be franchised, and to do this, there are 3 broad areas that we assess. Firstly, what is the product or service, and is there a demand for that product or service? We need to know how it is differentiated from other players in the market, and is the current business successful and have a proof of concept that can be easily replicated. If we can tick that box, we move on to the second area of assessment. I look at it as if I was going to be the franchisee. How much would it cost me to enter the franchise? And what would the likely return be? We want to ensure that the franchise opportunity delivers a fair return on investment for the franchisee. We want to make sure that our franchise is competitive with the other franchise opportunities in the market, or what adjustments might we need to make to the business model so that that franchisee can do well. The third aspect of that assessment is we want to look at it from the franchisor's perspective. What's it going to cost them to get into franchising and becoming a franchisor, and what's their likely return on investment? We always assess these 3 areas as if we were the prospective franchisee or franchisor. And would we invest in the business? We have to believe in that business and in that opportunity. If all 3 areas receive a tick, then we have the potential to create a franchise model for that client. We identified early on that franchisors need a range of services. They don't need a consultant that can only do one piece of the work that's required. So we've built a significant team of franchise professionals. Collectively, we have over 300 years of franchising experience. Many franchise consulting firms are one-man bands, and franchisors need a comprehensive solution for their franchising journey. All of our team have worked in franchising. We've been business owners, franchisees, franchise executives, and franchisors.
My experience with McDonald's for over 10 years, and as a franchisee for a building services chain, plus being the owner of a medium-sized franchise system in Australia, launching to over 7 countries, I think has been invaluable experience, and really helps when we're working with emerging franchisors, established franchisors, in setting strategic direction, helping them in their planning process, taking them to overseas markets. They're all the things that I love doing at Franchise Ready, and working with our team to ensure that we really get the very, very best results for our clients.
As the Operations Director at Franchise Ready, I manage the operations and consulting side of our business. I'm really passionate about helping businesses harness the power of systems, software and people to scale and grow. As a trained teacher and work experience in the retail, hospitality and service industries, helping people and communicating and building systems was something that I quickly learnt to love. And now I share that passion at Franchise Ready.
Our range of service is our differentiator. We develop the franchise strategy and see it through to completion by going on the journey with our clients. We develop a world-class suite of tools that includes the standard operating procedures, the operations manual, and training manuals for franchisees and their team members. All of the HR resources needed to lead these teams. And we coordinate the legal documents with the lawyers. We ensure that you have all of the documentation that you need to become franchise ready. We complete comprehensive territory mapping, competitor analysis, and a development plan for the brand. We develop the financial modelling tools, both for the franchisee and the franchisor, and we make adjustments to the business model to ensure that it works for both the franchisee and the franchisor. We work with and train our franchisors on the franchise recruitment piece, or if they'd like, we could actually complete the recruitment for them. We coach and mentor our franchisors, with many of our clients being with us for over 12 months. In fact, the average tenure of working with our franchisors is over 3 years. We not only get the franchisors ready, but we essentially become part of their leadership team. We help our clients grow quicker, and we assist them in not making the mistakes that many emerging franchisors make. We become their trusted advisor. We assist with site identification, lease negotiation, finding finance for their franchisees, marketing, and recruitment of key executives and franchisees. It's just like having your own general manager in the business to help the franchisor on their franchising journey. Franchise Ready really is the one-stop shop for emerging franchisors.